That goodness comes from your spirit, but your spirit can lose its power in your life. When your soul is in control, you become spiritually dull. Dull. And this is a highly and personal and direct statement right now to our church. Many of us have normalized and justified the dull spiritual state that we're in. Can I say that right now? Again? I want you to do it, Just focus on what I'm saying. Many of us have normalized and justified the dull spiritual state that we are in. And many of you know it. Deep inside, you know it. You know you're meant for more than what you're settling for. But you are dull to the cry of the Spirit inside of you. The cry of your spirit to be revived, to be connected, and to be empowered by the Holy Spirit. He is wanting to draw close to you, and your spirit is feeling that need. But you know what? We get dull to it. We get so busy, caught up, so deceived, so distracted, and so enslaved by what's going on here and now. We cannot hear. How do you know? Because you may be feeling guilty, stressed, unhappy, anxious, angry, frustrated, alone, sad, or dissatisfied. You feel it inside. You may see the problem in everybody else or in everything else. You walk around thinking, well, you're the problem. And the solution is I gotta avoid you. Some of you may be thinking, I'm so down on myself. So you're not thinking everyone else or everything is the problem. You're so down on yourself, you think you're just the problem for everything. Some of you may be feeling all of those things at once. It's everything, everywhere, all at once. You're the problem, that's the problem. No, I'm the problem. No, wait, you're the problem. Have you ever done that when you're in a fight with somebody, right? It's your fault. Well, maybe it's no, it's your fault. No, maybe it's what? No, your fault. Right? We get into that mode. But you know what? You've just normalized and justified that this is how life is. You've learned to just keep moving on. And here's the weird thought. Even though you're not truly satisfied and you're feeling low, it does not mean you're lowly or contrite in spirit. Feeling low is not the same as having a lowly spirit. One of the big signs of dead dullness is your times getting grounded with God. Your walk may be inconsistent or non-existent, or you just get with God, but you do not feed your spirit. You're coming away hungry. And you know what? You've just learned to live with a malnourished spirit. You just learn to live that way. But whether or not you've learned to ignore that feeling, your spirit needs help. Your spirit needs help. Today may be the day that you can wake up to a fact that your spirit may have become so dead and dull that it needs to revive when? In 25. That you need a 25 revive experience. 25 revive is about learning and experiencing how God revives your spirit. And revival starts with understanding what it means to have a lowly spirit. We're going to talk about that today. You cannot experience revival, and you cannot experience the kingdom of heaven, it actually says in other scriptures, without having a contrite and lowly spirit. What does that mean, Dave? You're going to beat us up and tear us down until we feel feel like we're low enough? Surprise, I am. No, I'm not. I want you to understand, this church was formed on a conviction to see the Bible different. And here's one different view that I'd like for us to just master this year. If you can master this year, I promise you, your walk with God will be transformed. Here's the thought. Light can make you lowly. Sometimes we go, I gotta feel lowly by looking at the dark. Looking at the dark in me, looking at the dark in you, looking at the dark of everything, and oh, dark, 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 I'll feel bad. No, actually, light brings out the lowliness. Light can. What does it mean to have a lowly spirit? Many think it's just kind of being so down and out that you cry out to God, rescue me! That God is your Calgon. And many people are too young to know what that is. But there was this commercial back in the 80s, maybe leaking into the 90s, before many of you were even born. You get this stressed out person, and back then it would only be a housewife. Because like men were not doing dishes back then. Oh, my voice is getting deeper again. Whew. It would be, and she'd be like, Calgon, take me away. And then, it's a box of soap, but somehow it would do your dishes. And so we go, I'm so bad, I'm so inept, I'm so down. God, just rescue me. And that's what it means to be a lowly spirit, and people will preach that. Sometimes people say that their hard times are God's way of stripping them of everything so that you can focus only on Him. And we've said that to each other sometimes. I'm just stripping you of everything so you can focus only on me. That's a very abusive boyfriend. It's kind of dark, right? It's yes, I love you, God, because I'm forced to. You've pushed me to the brink of liking you by depriving me of any joy. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. Is that what it means to have a lowly spirit? Like, how does that view of God draw me closer to Him? So when you go back to Isaiah 57, verse 15, just even look at this passage. Right? It says, God is awesome. And then it says He wants to revive the lowly in spirit. See, God, awesome. Your spirit, lowly. What's that connection? Did you know that connecting with the light of God is what truly connects you with where you're lacking, where you're low? Now, many people that I know, they've been conditioned to believe that you get in that state of lowly spirit by focusing on how bad you are, how much bad you have done, or how much bad you have done to others. And boy, they like to motivate by that. You're bad. Let me tell you how bad you are. I have decided that I think you are bad.